president, founder, technologist, Neal.
Thank y'all. I've had a great time this evening. Has everyone had a great time this afternoon? Good, good. I had this like big speech written and all of that gone the moment I saw their reaction. So I'm gonna try not to be too emotional. So this program started from one question that came about during the lockdown. You know, nobody could leave, nobody could go outside. And my co-founder, Alex Turner, he was doing 360 live music performances in the studio, you know, and we invited Seppo over. Seppo, like a kid in a candy store, he comes in, sees all the 360 cameras. He was like, what does that do? And then what does that do? And what does that do? And then he asked the most Amazon employee question of all time. How do we scale it? Well, that created a whole life of its own. You know, we immediately started ideating, trying to figure out how can we take 360 virtual performances and blow it up as big as we possibly could and still be able to give creatives their equity in what they created. Seems fair, right? As we started to go into that process, it was natural to me to go to my friend and close compatriot in the industry, Derek Jackson, president and founder of NSEG. The work that he's doing right now is amazing, building up and creating a standard for young creatives going into the music industry so they don't have to have the same fears and worries for lack of resources and education as they are being successful and arguably profitable. And if it wasn't for adding to that pot, Victoria Smith versus and Jay Carrington coming in and rounding out that team, we wouldn't be standing here right now being able to present any of this to any of you all. So I want to thank my co-founders for how they helped. So we had the idea, like, hey, all right, so here's the game plan. STEM and STEAM kids who are interested in entertainment and technology, teaching them about this new emerging world in Web3 as it intersects with the music industry. We constantly get left out of the conversation. So I said, Lynn, instead of me trying to change these, you know, professionals who are already out here doing it, how about we go for students? And then immediately it was, okay, so we're writing curriculum now. This isn't just a small thing. It's a full-blown 8-week camp. And how do we bring that to life? So we were gifted in having access and counsel from people like Kevin Wilson, Glenda Proby, Alexia Davis, Dedrin Sneed, who came in and helped round out with their industry experience in not just music, but also in technology, to make something that we could give to these young people to bring them where they want to be. And we also found a huge ally in Kim Daniels, who her work at Fulton County Schools was a critical and integral role in allowing us the ability to have these young people come into the space. She gave us the best that she had, and then gave us our unofficial team member and MVP, Jarvis Adams. The principal of Westlake High School hanging out with you while students are in the other room recording music and doing motion capture. Yeah, I've never seen that. That's the coolest principal ever. Like, okay. But he wasn't just there as an educator and an administrator. He was there as a parent. And that spoke volumes to not just the morale, but also as a team, seeing someone that we look to as a mentor and as our senior coming in saying, no, you're doing your thing, young blood. Yo, thank you, Unc. So figured out the why, the what, and the how. Then it came down to execution, my favorite part. But something like this you can't just do with a handful of folks, you know. Have you seen them? They ain't easy to deal with. Like, they got power. Like, they all powerful people. Like, they came in telling us, oh, this is what we won't do. So we didn't just need one team, we needed several. And we got it. I want to say a very, very special thank you to the Ben Atlanta team, Keisha, Ken, Seppo, Emmanuel, Moses, Andrea, Paul. They came in every day helping out. They made sure, they helped us out a lot with our logistics and giving us anything that we needed as far as support. They were our road dogs throughout the whole process, going back and forth. We became this big family, and I show nothing but the greatest level of appreciation for all that they did and helped us with throughout this whole process. Then I also want to say thank you to my Colony 13 team over here, these wonderful group, most of which were my students, ironically enough, but I cannot begin to tell you how it feels to be an industry professional, a tech professional, and an educator, and then have your students who you trained come in and not just do what you taught them to do, but do better. To me, it's full circle. I've been in this industry for a long time, and I've never seen a better group of people to work with, and it would be an honor if you would allow me to work with you all again. So thank you. I also want to thank Savon Zell and his team of amazing individuals who came in and put cameras in everyone's face, made everyone feel like we're getting the Netflix deal. Oh, sorry, I said Netflix. My bad. It was, off message. That was off message. No, and Savon Zell made us feel like everyone was important. Everyone's story was important. Everyone's energy, everyone's perspective was important. And I'm super thankful for all that he and his team were able to provide. And then there's Amazon Music. I gotta say, I've never worked with a group of people before that really gave us the reins to do what it is that we wanted to do and be able to work with these young people the way we work with them. I am shocked at a company that with that level of scale and size, being able to do something and involve themselves in a program like this, where so many young people are affected positively. And that actually stopped me in my tracks. I remember I called my dad when Seppo came back and said, hey, we're a go with Amazon Music. The first person I called was my dad. I'm a fourth generation entrepreneur, so my father, anytime I have a question in business, I go to my father. And I called him, and it was amazing to hear his excitement on the phone. And I want to thank Amazon Music for giving me that opportunity and giving us the opportunity to do what we did here today. Thank you very much. Last but certainly not least, the most important part of this whole ordeal that, if in its absence, would have crashed everything, would be you guys. I can't begin to tell you how amazing it is being 10 years separated from you or more when I came into this industry. We'll go with or more, okay? Can I have my moment? Thank you. When I got into the music industry, it wasn't like this. It wasn't. And something that I go back and forth with my team about a lot is, and my students will tell you this, that we all wanted to make sure that you guys' experience going into the industry was nothing like our own, because a lot of us didn't have an easy go of it. It was rough. It was tough. Like millions of other music makers all over the world, there's no one way to get into this business. There's certainly no one way to be successful and sustainable in it. And we didn't want that for y'all. And in what y'all gave us back in that, you gave us back your creativity. You gave us back your consistency, your self-determination, your ability to take that thing in here and make it into something amazing. And then you threw it back at us and say, all right, what can you do with that? And we answered that challenge. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you all for being dedicated to being better today than you were yesterday. I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for that. Now, some of you may not know, some of you may. I'm a bit of a country boy. I know. Let me have my moment. Something my grandmother used to tell me all the time. It's not on our resting graves, but on our standing shoulders that we lift you up to reach higher than we've never seen. So you can do the things that we have always done for in this state, in this country, in this city, which is innovate, innovate, innovate. So I want to close out with this. Something else one of my other grandmothers say, yesterday has passed, tomorrow may yet come. But rest well knowing that today, this day, is yours. May we all stand and give these young people a round of applause.